Oh man, stock in-game music. I love it. Let me get this shared out, everybody. We're going to talk about incursions and stuffs. And maybe even everybody's hints. Baby! Is there maintenance tomorrow? Tomorrow night, so roughly 30-ish hours from now. I mean, yeah, there's maintenance in, gosh, what, 30 plus hours-ish? You know, whatever, like 3 a.m. my time is. You know, in American time, it's different than how it is in other parts of the world. Sorry for running a little late today, everybody. Remember, we usually try to do these streams on Sunday. We usually try to do them on Sunday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is -5 GMT. But we had football today, and about 6:30 tonight, I got to do something really cool. We have a really cheap telescope. It was like $80. But you could actually very clearly see in the south, that way, the southeastern sky here where I live, you could see Jupiter. So got a little telescope and you could see the form of Jupiter. You could see like, maybe that's a moon right in front of it, which was really cool to kind of show my 3-year-old daughter. So running a little bit late tonight, but you know what? I will never pass up family time. But we're still going to talk Star Trek Fleet Command. We've got incursions for everybody in what? 14-ish hours. Incursions for everybody launching, and incursions will basically run until we have maintenance. So that's a thing. That's a fun thing. Everybody loves that, right? That sounds fantastic. Best plan that could have ever been planned in the history of planning. This is the best plan to ever be planned. So if you didn't know about that, you do know about that now. I've been trying to let people know. I have been trying to inform people that that was going to be a thing, but every now and then you still run into people who have not heard. So if you haven't heard, there is incursions for you tomorrow, unless you were part of the buy list that were listed. Like, for example, my server 97 is on the buy list, right? Like, they won't have it. But generally speaking, everybody who is listening to this channel right now live and who probably watches it Monday morning, yes, you have incursions. You do. So prepare for that as you will. Be in a level 1 through 19 system. Put a big old shield up. And as far as your mining Monday, I'm going to go ahead and tell you to not screw with mining Monday. I'm just going to say, hey, mining Monday, probably not a plan for you, monkey. Dude, if you haven't already, I want you to see the picture in the captain's quarters. Go look at that. I think that you'd appreciate it. Good to see you, monkey. Glad that you're here. John says, I prefer the 24-hour format. I would prefer a week-in day set, but I understand there are new dynamics involved with what Scopely is trying to accomplish, all servers trying to run together. Yeah, even then, I would still rather they run them all together, not the day before a maintenance. I just feel like there's too many potentials that could go wrong. There's like when you make changes, you always try to take individual variables out. But who needs individual variables when we've got Monday? So Monday's the day. It is what it is. Obviously, I've made my point to them that I don't like it. I don't think it's good. They've made their point. It is what it is at this point. I'm not going to argue over it. It's, you know, it is what it is, right? So my goal now is just to make sure everybody's prepared and ready for it as it is going to happen. So just make sure you got all your P's and Q's squared away with however your server handles incursions. I know it's different going, especially region to region and server to server. Incursions are definitely different. Server 20 is going against server 16, and we'll see if we can manage to pull out a win. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, who absolutely knows? Parker, good to see you, my friend. Good to see everybody. They did it on a Monday just so people could try to compete with whips by preloading. I have a whip. I'll be honest, I don't think they gave a rat's booty about that. I think that's a coinkydink. But I do understand that it's hard to believe that there are any coinkydinks around these parts. It really is tough to believe in coinkydinks around here. It feels like there's always a reason for anything Scopely does. But yeah, I know 16's undefeated. I'm very well aware of the records of everybody in this game. At the same time, let me be positive. Let me believe it can happen just for a brief moment. You like that, monkey? Yeah, monkey. if you're still awake after we do the stream, I want to share with you some of the things that led to. But good to see you, Monkey. I'm glad that you're here. And if you have questions, if you're here watching live, you have questions about Incursions, you have questions about how things are going, feel free to drop them in. If I have an answer, I will drop them to you. If I don't have an answer, well, then I will still try to go find an answer because, well, that's my job. And I actually really, really, really enjoy my job. So, really enjoy my job. So, nowhere to hide to mine? Yes. If you plan on mining tomorrow, I would say just don't. And just to be warned, server 16, just to be warned, I will come after you in token space. So don't think that you can mining Monday your way into token space. I will go look, and I will take whatever is there to be taken. Just a big FYI, server 16. Now, for those that don't know, what my alliance does is, regardless of like offense/defense, we always go to the other server. That's just what server 20 or is what IA does on server 20. We always we all go to the opposite server. So I don't know how server 16 usually does it, and I'm not even saying this is the right way because clearly server 20 is not one many, but I'll be on server 16, so I'll at least get to say hi. And I'm warning you now that if you're on server 16, I will come after you in token space. Just FYI. It's Incursions Day tomorrow, and everybody wants to get their incursions done. And right now I'm trying to get all my dailies done because I've been with football stuff all day and now family, and I was really, really fun. I'm actually in a great mood. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to talk Star Trek Fleet Command, but I'm really in such a good mood that I got to share that with my kids. In fact, I shared it with Monkey. I might as well share it with everybody else. Ignore the fact that Rev is a fat ass. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to cuss on YouTube. That Rev is a large man. But here's our very little, we got like this little $80 telescope, and that's me showing my daughter Jupiter. So I'm showing her on the outside, like this is where you're looking. Now look in the aperture, and got to show her Jupiter, which I don't know. I'm just a huge nerd, I guess. This was like one of like my favorite moments in life of the past few whatevers. So that was like really cool. So that was a lot of fun. Anyway, server 20 is only 1-2. Is it 2 or 3? Because remember, don't be like one of those people that says it doesn't count, like DJ. DJ says they don't count. They definitely count. Hey, Miss Linda, how are you doing? How are you doing? Token space to be cleared way before we get there? Well, it better be EV, because if it's not, Rev's going to get the juicy goosies. Telescope's the best thing I've ever gotten to use with my kids. Yeah, I will say this, man. The telescope definitely made it apparent. Like, it's not a high quality telescope, but I'm still grateful to have had it instead of just pointing at a random, basically looks like a star and saying, hey, that right there, that is what you're looking for. So I am grateful to have something, but it's definitely going probably on a Christmas list of getting a better telescope. So, and thankfully, according to the internet, the price of like the quality of a good telescope is actually not that bad anymore. So how you doing, Sandar? Good to see you. Is data stick worth going for in away team missions? Are you saying like, is the data mission worth going after? I would say yes. I wouldn't make it a primary thing. It's definitely down on the list, but I absolutely would go after it. Absolutely would go after it. $400. See, yeah, mine was like an $80 one that comes with like instructions from another country, So, can you share what server 55's record is? I don't have the list handy. Jules Verne has done a great job of keeping up with that list. Let me go see if I can pull it up real quick. But let's see. Volunteer. Let me see if I've got that set. Where's that document? All right, I'm gonna just ask Jules. And if he gets back to me, I'll show you the document online. Unless Silvas happens to be here listening, and then he can probably just shoot it to me. I just messaged Jules if he could just tag me in the document real quick because we're streaming. But let me go ahead and get all my dailies done. Is he worth nowadays with all the new officers? I'll be honest. I mean, even in Data's prime, I didn't think Data had a ton of value. I'm not saying that he has no value, but he was never one that was like super valuable to me. Get him if you want him, but no real big deal either way. And no problem, John David. I will say that it is in my Discord, but like I have a screenshot of like 107 versus 108 right now, which is an EU matchup. I just don't have the whole document handy. So if they happen to message, if not, just add me to, or just ping me in the Discord, and we'll try to get you that information so that you can then enjoy it and you can see it. And yada, yada, yada. Because as much as we make jokes about this game being a spreadsheet game, truly, this game is better when you have a lot of spreadsheets to check things out. So, yeah, we like it. We like it. How you doing, Battlecry? Good to see you. Spartan, good to see you as well. I will do my refines. I'm going through everything right now. I'm going through all my dailies. We're going to do all my refines. I'm going through the system. I promise we're going to get through the process. We're going to get through it together. Right now, I got to go hit my freebooters, and then I got to go hit Dominion hostiles, and then I got to make sure my Voyager is ready because we got to go do Voyager runs. You see, my Voyager ship isn't even set up yet. Always something to be done, y'all. How do we get Ascension Keys? So, Timothy, Ascension Keys are from an event that happens on Mondays, and it is literally called the Ascension event. And if your server has Ascension, then you'll have it every Friday, and it's available to everybody every Friday. Now, it is possible that your server does not have Ascension yet, and if your server has not unlocked Ascension, like they have not made it to where your server can do that, then you're not going to be able to get that event on Fridays. To complete that event, all you have to do, it's actually not that complicated, is use either an Enterprise, a D4, an Augur, or an ISS Jellyfish in an Epic Armada. It can be a regular FKR Epic Armada, it can be an Epic Eclipse Armada, etc. You just got to use it in a Armada. Let me send this out real quick. And looks like, oh, Pokey had the list handy. So let's go grab that list real quick. Let's go grab that list real quick. So Incursions matchups today is, all right, so November 6th. Let's go through the roll call real quick. How about this? This is the cool stuff that nerds get to put together. So this is why we appreciate nerds. Give me just a second while we get this on the screen. All right, here we go. How's it look? I know y'all can't see it yet. Give me just a moment. In a momento, por favor. I'm going to get rid of a lot of this bottom section because y'all don't need any of that. That's all extra. And we'll go out to about right there. All right, here we go. Bam. So here are the Incursion matchups as they stand right now. There's the Incursion matchups they stand right now. I'll make sure I've got the comment section real quick. Where are the comments section? All right, there we go. So yeah, here we go. Now, as you'll see the matchups right here, we're going to go by EU and US. You can see overall records, player count, which is the most recent pull here of player count in terms of active accounts on that server. So for example, 8 to 30, you see server 8 actually has about 700 more active accounts on it as of the last time that this data was pulled. And there's the resources rated numbers, but more importantly, the win and loss numbers. 30 is 4 and 5. So you come over here to server 20, which is my matchup. It's going to get 16. This needs to be edited. I told Jules that needs to be edited. S20 still needs to be edited as having 2 wins. Thank you. All right, posted it to Jules. The server 20 has 2 wins. But as you can see that we currently have a player count of over 3,000 active players. 16 not doing any shabby with 2,300 active. You can see we've only won 2 and we've lost 8. So it's been pretty tough. And I'll honestly say a big reason that it is so tough for us is you'll see like our resources rated numbers and you see our power destroyed numbers. We have a lot of high levels and we have a lot of players. So we have a high number of players and a high number of high levels, which means we have a ton of resources. And with this game being with Incursions all being about resources rated, obviously we're at a disadvantage. So we're server 131. That's going to be way down here in the EU area. Let's see. Where's 131 at? 131. I feel like I've passed it. I already passed 131 because it's not an APAC server. 130. I see there's 131. They are 8-1 going against 138 who are 3-6. There you go. There you go. Is this sheet you're looking at in Discord? It is in my Discord. Yes, Unilax. If you have not joined my Discord, it's in my Discord. Ask Pokey, since Pokey seems to be up. She's one of our moderators. She's an incredible help. Just tag her in one of the STFC channels, and she can kind of show you where that's at. So this is data that Jules and Blue have put together and pull, and we've done a couple other things to check this out, but this pulls monthly every time we run Incursions. So these are the APAC servers right here. There's 131, and let's see, just another one that got mentioned. I see server 61 got mentioned, so I'm not going to do this too much. We're just hop around all the time, but here's server 61 going against server 58. Wow, I'm actually giving server 58 the odds here. You know what, this, I wonder if it's legal to do this. Can we start betting odds? Can we do that? I'm gonna start betting odds because my money is on server 58 because they have half the number of accounts. Server 61 has got way more resources than server 58. If server 58 is active, raid, they should have the ability to pull out this win. That's some crazy numbers, man. That's actually one of the lowest pop servers that we have over in the US side. Usually they don't, once they start getting below 1,000, you start getting into discussing merger ranges. So 61, you got a tough task. You need to make sure that all your folks are organized and ready to go. That's going to be a real tough task because once they start dumping below 1,000, particularly if you get into the 500 range, start preparing for potentials of merges. And then finally, these are the first time for 95 and 96. Shout out to those two with about 1,800 folks each. Shout out to those two who are going head to head for the first time. And I'm hoping server 97. I know a lot of our 97 folks out there have been waiting for Incursions. Hopefully we get it this next time around. And yeah, server 93 is 0-2 going against a 4-0 server in server 90. And then we still have server 80 who is 9-0, which they're a little bit of a newer server, but undefeated going against 88, who is, yeah, my money's on server 80. My money's on. So I wonder if would it be legal if we just started betting on what servers are going to beat who? Like, start putting down money on it? Would that be legal or illegal? I don't even know. Hey, Ace, how you doing? But I did want to, if y'all weren't aware that this sheet exists, this is stuff that we put in. Like, I actually put in all this data. So, like, if you're wondering, like, does Rev actually do anything? Yeah, Rev put in all this data right here. All this data, this was Rev manually inputting those data points and everything. And shout out to Blues and Mando for putting out these amazing sheets that are very, very useful and super handy. We'll grab a couple more before we pop off and do other things. Server 34 versus server 32, I'll pull up because I used to play on 32, so I still have love for them. 32 is actually seems like they have an advantage, but 34 seems to be in the same problem as server 20, where y'all have so many accounts that it's tough to keep up with everything, right? Like that's server 20's problem. We have so many players and spenders that it only takes a couple of hours to screw up, and it really struggles. Now, ignore momentarily, if you will, ignore the server 17 having 19,000 accounts. That's a weird anomaly that got to work on. They don't actually have 19,000 people on their server. That's a weird anomaly. But generally speaking, this is the type of player-fed data that you're always wondering, like, well, what are they doing over there with those nerds and those spreadsheets? This is some of the stuff that we're doing. This is some of the stuff that we put together. And shout out to people like Silvis, Blues, Mando, Blue Mando, Jules, Hugo, gosh, I want to say Sanzo, Pseudo, PT, Archduke. I'm trying to give a lot of respect to the people who put in a lot of hard work, because there's so many content creators out there that aren't content creators like Rev. Like, they are out here like doing these hard math things and doing these numbers. I just want to make sure they get the respect they honestly deserve for doing some really cool stuff. Anyway, one more, grab a couple more, and we will pop this back off the screen because I know that's not what y'all want to see. You, server 80. Okay, you're on 80. What about server 73? All right, server 73 is going to be right down here-ish. 73 is going against... I don't see 73. Do y'all have a bye week, or did y'all merge with somebody? I don't see a 73 going against... I guess I could do Control F and search for 73. 73. All right, so there's 73, 73, 73, 73, 73, 73. I don't see a server 73. Are you sure there's a 7 or 73? Are you sure you didn't merge with somebody? Mergers are a thing. Mergers are a thing. Hey, Lester Man, how you doing? How you doing, Lester Man? I don't see a server 73 on the list. All right, somebody said server 67. There you go. Y'all going against server 70. Ooh, server 70 with a winning record. Oh, come on, server 67. You got to make it happen, baby. Why are your stats off? Too many alts. No tracks. There is a ton of like random low level 10s on your server for some reason. I'd have to go back and ask Mend what it was. But for some reason, y'all have got like a absolute crap ton of like level 1 and level 2s for no reason. Oh, and very nice, John. Make sure, John, if you do that, use my discount code RevDeuce, okay? Use the discount code RevDeuce, save you a little bit of money. Hope you enjoy those. So anyway, server 20 is going against server 16, which I honestly don't think that we're going to win, but I'm still going to put in crazy effort. I'm going to have fun. My goal is to have fun. I'm not sure I'm going to live stream it or anything, but I am going to discuss Incursions and do a video on it. All right, so, and then last but not least, I know a lot of our Apex aren't around right now, but here you go. We got server 201, which is undefeated, going against 200, which they've gone against them multiple times. And server 201 is surprising because they're kind of an outlier, is they have 9 wins, but they've also got a lot of accounts. Usually the more accounts a server has, the harder it is for them to have a winning record, because again, with Incursions, it only takes 1 or 2 like really high spenders to lose it, and they give it all away, and it's crazy. So it's anyway, interesting data. Again, shout out to Jules and Blue, who are the main ones that put that together. I did some data points and got to put in some data points there, and I'm proud when I get to help, but they do a lot of that legwork, and big shout out to all those who do that, because Lord knows we need that type of stuff in this game to be able to, you know, be ahead. So yeah, it's crazy that server 200 has 1,300 players versus 201 with 4,000. Yeah, and again, because a lot of these are going to be region matched, right? Like they're not going to put server 20 in the US versus server 200 over in APAC. You know, so there's a region lock there. Makes it a little bit difficult. So your server started December 2022, has not yet had an infinite incursion, but because we're in the region other than the US, server 94 is a US server. I mean, all right, so Harry, all North American region servers are US servers, right? When you say Spanish speaking, I'm assuming that you're mostly South American, which would probably put you in, let's see, Brazil speaks Portuguese, right? So where would y'all be on server 94? But you're all classified as a US server. As far as why you're on a buy, it's a great question. And let me check my dev chat real quick. Let me look at the dev chat. Just give me 1 second. Look at the dev chat and see if I can figure out why. Yeah, I'm not real sure. Tell you what, Harry, if you do me a huge solid, shoot me a message on Discord. Shoot me a message on Discord, and I will try to look into that for you and see what the reasoning is. And it could be something as simple as maybe y'all don't have a super high population, or maybe y'all haven't ascended yet, or, you know, those type of things, right? So I'm honestly not real sure, but that doesn't mean that we can't find out for you, because like I'm looking now, y'all have got 1,200-ish players, which is a real low amount of players. I mean, it's not terribly low, but it's a low amount of players. Have 1,200 players. And that still should be enough to, you know, run an Incursions with. So anyway, just message me privately and I'll see if we can find out for you, okay? I'll be more than happy to try to look into that for you. It actually is like you have the lowest population of an active US server. You have the lowest population of a current US server. Now, a lot of US servers have already gone through mergers, because there was some US servers that had like 500 people. Oh, never mind. Server 58 has the lowest. But still, reach out to me privately and I can try to look into it and see. Try to look at it and see. Yeah. Wild and crazy. Wild and crazy. Even though the 102, oh, server 102 has almost 5,000 accounts on it. So yeah. Yeah, absolutely. There's plenty of players on server 102. Server 102 is a new server. Newish. Newish, right? So no way they're all active. So the way that we count, keep in mind that whether it be me or Mend or whoever pulls these data points, you know, we're not being given them from Scopely. So we can't tell you the exact number of daily active users, but we do know when Scopely does their archiving. So we can tell you that the accounts are active, as in they actually have been logged into in an X amount of time, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're daily players, right? So again, we have some of those breakdowns, and we have a couple of amazing content creators who pull and parse through all that data. But I'm not trying to say that like Server 20 has 3,000 active players. I've actually kind of tracked it before myself individually, and Server 20's got around about 1,700 to 1,800 daily players, as in every single day they're on, they play, right? But that doesn't mean that all 3,000 accounts are daily players. Some people just play on and play when they feel like it. Some people log on and just kind of like look around and don't really do anything. It depends server to server, but you know, we don't have access to Scopely's daily active user metrics. We can only pull the actual number metrics. Does that make sense? So when Scopely does an archive, which happens every couple of months, those accounts that have gone inactive get archived, and then we can be like, okay, well now we're at this number of accounts, right? But like I can say this, GC is definitely not a way to like get a good average count. If you want to try to get an average count of where your server is in terms of activity level, the best thing that I can recommend is when you have ALBs, check the ALBs and how active they are. See how many alliances are participating in them and see how many points, and use that as a rough reference to how many people you have active in your server. I mean, because there are servers that will only have like in an ALB, there will only be like 40 alliances, if that, active at all. So Ripper says we could build our own system to measure daily active players. We could, but I'm not aware of anybody actively working on that, Ripper, but they absolutely could. I know you're not working on that. So can do something? Sure. Are they doing that? Not to my knowledge, but hell, the more information that people start grabbing, the better for me and the better for everybody else. I think more information is good. I don't like Scopely's standards, SOP, which is to keep people in ignorance. I think we should all know things. I think knowing things is good. I like knowing things. So we'll see. How you doing, Ripper? Good to see you, my friend. Always good to see. Did you see the picture in my captain's quarters I shared of getting to show my daughter a little telescope? It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah. You're sick, so yay. Well, I'm sorry you're sick, but lots of love your way. And don't log into the game tomorrow if you're considering it, because I don't want you to have your first login and forever be in Incursions. So, yeah. Yeah. Ripper, get well soon. Exactly what that says. All right. Back to it. You hardly ever type a GC? Yeah, I try to stay out of GC on all my accounts. Like, I play on several accounts, and almost none of them do I ever type in GC. All right, how do you deal with those who want to just throw these incursion events because they just want the server to burn? I don't like when people do that. You know, like, I don't want to punish several hundred people. Even if, like, there's an alliance that gets on my nerves, I would never want to hurt, somebody's gameplay like that. So I honestly just ignore them and tend to try to see if we can keep them in the dark as much as possible. But I will admit that's a very difficult task if you've got somebody who's just literally trying to be a butt. And there are people who that's like their thing. They just want to be a butt. They hate your server. They don't like the way you do things, or they're very toxic, whatever reason that they decide to do what they do, or maybe they just get joy out of taking joy from other people. I mean, that exists, right? There are the people who like stealing candy from babies. I mean, that phrase didn't come from nowhere. Clearly, there was somebody, probably German like Ripper, who likes stealing candy from babies. So, I'll admit, that's not easy to deal with. The only thing I can really say is make sure that you don't give them the attention that they're seeking in chat, because a lot of times when somebody's a troll in the game, what they want is attention. So don't give them the attention in chat. Ignore them in GC. Have them blocked in the DMs. And then when you see them, just smack them. You just go ahead and drain them, raid them, etc., and just ignore their chats. And if the entire server does that, I've found that, because again, the big thing, most, like, if you're talking about a real troll, not a rogue, because sometimes rogue people just like to play their own play style. Like, you're talking about a real troll who's trying to throw it. literally, if everybody starts ignoring them and they get no attention and everybody acts like they don't exist and they are banned, they are basically ostracized, they go away because they want attention. They thrive off that attention. And the more that people feed into it and hating on them and being in the DMs and complaining, why would you do this? That's what they want to have. So if you take away their source of, joy, and the power that they have is the power that you give them, well, then, that's how I found to fight them. I'm not saying it's an easy thing to do. I'm just saying that's what Rev does. That's what I would do. And there's been a couple people on server 20 like that before, and they don't really exist anymore. Like, they're gone now. So, man says, we've been getting a lot of private spam lately on 96. Is that normal for you? Define a private spam, man, they call James. One of the most famous things that we used to deal with on every time a server got launched was these bots would come in and they were like, hey, you can get free Latinum if you go to this link, or you can do this, and you want bots, etc. Click this link, and never click those bot spams. They're obviously bad, but they'll come in, they're a problem, they'll get wiped, then they're not a problem. Certainly not a new thing. I remember that back in like 2018. But yeah. And congratulations, Ben, on getting your Talios. That's freaking awesome. Love that you're getting your Talios. Find and pre-raid them when they were planning to throw it. There you go. Yeah, if you know that they're planning to throw it and like give away all their resources, just find where they're at and raid them first, or surround their base, or just hunt them down. But thanks to the Voyager special ability, which I honestly never use, but you have this ability here, this little red one, astrometric scan. You click on their ship or whatever, find where they're at, and go take their stuff. Go take their stuff. That's a completely viable strategy that most people don't really use that button, and I understand why they don't use that button. I mean, how often do you actually want to find somebody's base? But find them mining, find their ship somewhere, use that ability, find their base. And it's like I was actually talking to a level 60 before, and this level 60 that I was speaking to, he's definitely the type of level 60 that a lot of people get frustrated with. Like, he loves prime station delay. He wants territory capture to be 1-to-1, and nobody is allowed to enter into a territory except the people who click the join button, and which means that if he's in the #1 alliance, literally nobody can ever contest him, because you can't use he hates the ship lockout method, which so many like free-to-play alliances will use the lockout method to keep high-level alliances they're at war with from getting territory. And, there are tactics to deal with these type of players. And I was telling him, like, there's tactics to deal with what you're dealing with. There's tactics to deal with rogues. There are things out there that you can do to fight back within the confines of the game's mechanics and how it's designed. You just gotta, sometimes put forth a little bit of work, a little bit of effort to make that happen. So, yeah, good times and fun times. Good times and fun times. Made to 49. Congrats, Lango. Though I can't say congratulations to your Dallas Cowboys, who decided to just hand a win to the Philadelphia Eagles. Congratulations on giving the Philadelphia Eagles a win. I hope you feel good about yourself. I hope you feel good about yourself. Yeah, great job. Great job just giving Philly a win. That's what we needed. We just needed you to give the Philadelphia Eagles a win. Thank you so much for doing that, Langa. Good to see you, by the way. Appreciate you. Christina says we do a server purge prior to Incursion, so we don't give points to the other server. Christina, that is a brilliant idea. It's one of the strategies I recommend everybody do. And server 20 tries to do the same thing, where I talked about before how like Epic and IA are always at each other's throats. We've been at war for a long time, but they've gotten better and better about unifying pre-incursions to come together and try to find a way to win. It was horrible to watch. I know, Lango, but hey, is what it is, right? Thing is, will Philly win a Super Bowl? I honestly don't think they will, but I do think they'll make a deep playoff run. And if you are a Philly fan, you got to be enjoying the heck out of it right now. So enjoy it while you got it, because there are times where your teams suck. Look at the Carolina Panthers right now. There are times when your team's good. Look at the Chiefs and basically having a dynasty right now. Enjoy it while you got it. Kind of like Star Trek. Like, I hated, like, when I grew up through high school and stuff, there was no Star Trek. I didn't have any Star Trek. I had reruns. So I had reruns. That's all I had. So now we live in a golden age where we've got Star Trek everywhere, and it's a good thing to have. So enjoy it while you got it, right? Enjoy it while you got it. Yeah. Your Dolphins lost today. You live in KC. Well, the Dolphins are actually playing in Ripper's backyard. The Dolphins are actually playing in Ripper's backyard. They were in Frankfurt, Germany, which I know Ripper's not from Frankfurt, but they were in Germany playing today, if I remember correctly. So shout out to that. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. I have not seen the season finale of Lower Decks yet, Hypo. I've not seen it yet. Baltimore Ravens are coming for all of you. Cool. Let them come. I'm just happy that I'm honestly at a point right now, like I'm happy my football team has a winning record. Kind of like I'm happy that I have more Star Trek shows. Like the quality of the shows is debatable, but I'm just glad that I've got them. Like I'm glad that they exist again, because there was a time they didn't. Yeah, Dustin, Neo, she's quit like 15 times, and I don't think that this is her last time quitting and coming back, but it's all good. I want her to enjoy the game. I know we've had incursions against her before. She was always very polite to me when I talked to her. She's very nice. But yeah, I'm glad that you got to rate her pre-incursions instead of your opponent rating her, because that would have been an instant killer. So she didn't quit. No, she quit. Like she actually wrote out. I don't know if you know this, Dustin. She actually wrote out that she quit, and they were talking about in the VIP server. So whether you were aware or not, she quit. But if she comes back, she comes back. So. But anyway, they were just talking about that in VIP, how Neo was quitting again. And it is what it is. I mean, she's done that before. And sometimes you just need to take a step away from the game. You can take a step away from the game, right? And I think that goes for everybody, whether you're a spender, free to play, whatever. Sometimes you need to take a step away. So, who quit? Oh, we were talking about Neo, a Neotech. She is, I don't know if she still is, but she was like the biggest 60 ever, as in like the Primo. The Primo. Got like 25 trillion par steal and 20 trillion trip. That's amazing, Dustin. Now try not to lose it during incursions. How about that? Try not to lose it, because here's there's like there's a double-edged sword here where, yeah, you got all these amazing resources and that's fantastic. Now, what if you just go give that to everybody else in incursions? Like, what if you just gave it all away? So, what if you just gave it all away? There you go. Don't do that. Don't do that. Be successful. Be good. Don't be bad. Don't give it all away. All right, let me go ahead and get all this done. I think we got all of our dailies done. So let me go ahead and make sure we get all these collected. All right, do that one. We still got to do all of that. Okay. All right. No stance on that. I need 75 trillion. Or no chance that you need 75 trillion par steal to go from 53 to 56. Well, you better go ahead and spend it now, because Incursion starts in roughly 14 hours, 15 hours from now. Incursions is about to start, so you better get ready. Prepare your butt. If you're not ready, you better get ready. If you're not ready, you better get ready. Get it in there. How you feeling about the new CM? I have no feelings whatsoever about the new CM. I have no feelings whatsoever about the new CM. Am I supposed to have a feeling about the new CM? How are you doing, B-Tealing? Good to see you. Good to see you. My favorite team? Oh, I am a fan of and have actually covered professionally the New Orleans Saints. So we're 5-4. It's technically a winning team, but you're not a good team. Can you explain the whole once you hit 300% on your crew stats, you don't need more? What do you mean? You literally just explained it. What is there to explain? You just said it. The only point past the 300% mark is if you have an officer that actually uses that stat. You just explained it yourself. There's nothing to explain. You said it. Like you're there. You're right there. You're right there. Is the battle pass going to pay out better for Ops 49 versus 48? I don't know what this upcoming battle pass payouts are level by level. They do change them here and there. So they do update the battle pass rewards, and they only increase them. They don't lower them. So do the change standard time resets back at an hour? You're right. It is, because we have, here in the U.S. have daylight savings time, which I think is stupid. But yeah. How do you get fed reputation fast? Killing a lot of ships. There is no secret sauce. There's no easy method. Get out there and grind. That's the method. Go grind your butt off. Go kill lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of Klingons. Go kill lots of Klingons. And that's how you get your fed rep up raised. Yeah. Honest opinion of the Detroit Lions? Love them, Kay. I've been a big fan of Dan Campbell for a long time. Obviously, he comes from the Sean Payton coaching tree. So I want a lot of success for him. And I'm excited for the Lions until we play the Lions later in the season. And then I hope the Lions have their worst game of the year. Yeah, I hope the Lions look absolutely inept at the end of the year. Yeah, I really, really do hope they look just like completely embarrassing for that one game. And then I hope they beat the Eagles in the NFC Championships. So, what's the next Battle Pass? The next Battle Pass starts this upcoming Tuesday, November 7th. Is the next Battle Pass. For those that don't know, we will be giving away Battle Passes. For those that don't know, we will be giving away Battle Pass. I actually need to check my dates. I think I have my dates off when I did that announcement. But yeah, I do need to change the date. Okay, so we are doing multiple Battle Pass giveaways. So far, we're giving away 10 Battle Passes. We could give more. For those who are curious how we're doing this, I've changed it up this time because I've been fighting with Scopely for a long time. Fighting's probably not the right word, but I've been trying to get Scopely to let me and other content creators give away more Battle Passes for a long time. Well, Scopely won't do that. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put it on the screen to explain how this works. So we're giving away 10, which is 5 more than normal. Here's how it happens. So we have a website, revduce.com. For those that don't know, I'm a professional content creator. I can't do what I do without people like y'all. So for every 2 people that sign up to support us monthly, doesn't matter what amount you sign up of. You could be a cadet, you could be a commander, you could be a lieutenant, you could be an ensign, you could go crazy and be a commodore. I don't think anybody's ever done that, but you could go do it if you're crazy. For every 2 people that sign up to support us, that's another Battle Pass we're giving away. We're currently up to 10 Battle Passes that we're giving away, and you're giving away Battle Passes with RevDuce's money. So because Scopely won't give us more Battle Passes to give away, I'm just going to use my money to do it. So for every 2 people that sign up to support, even if that's 2 cadets, which is only $10, I'll spend the extra $10 and do a Battle Pass. So for every 2 people that sign up on revduce.com to support us monthly, I will give away an extra Battle Pass. So that's the current thing that we're doing. And yeah, there you go. So we're going to give away Battle Passes in multiple streams this week. So pay attention to that. What op levels do the battle passes change every 2 levels? Just about, hypo. There is some variance there, like with 50 plus and everything, but generally speaking, every 2 levels, yeah. So, and again, none of that's required, by the way. The giveaways, who I give battle passes to, you do not have to pay to enter, right? It's simply one of those for me to afford to do it. Go out and sign up to support me and other content creators. So for every 2 people who sign up, I will then use that money to give away battle passes. What server are you fighting tomorrow for Incursions? Server 20 is fighting server 16, who is undefeated. I don't believe that I'm going to win, but I'm going in believing I'm going to win. Does that make sense? Like, I'm going to fight to my dying breath to take down those dirty server 16s. You know what? Those server 16... Here, I don't know if y'all know this. This is the dirty truth about server 16. Now, y'all might, I'm so sorry to actually hear it. Cover your children's ears. But server 16? Server 16 literally said that Jean-Luc Picard is the worst captain. I'm just saying, they said that. They did it. I didn't say it. So, I mean, somebody needs to bring them to justice. So I'm going to try to be the one that helps lead the way to bring them to justice. How could they say that about arguably the greatest Star Trek captain of all time? They're all, just disgust me. So we're going to see if we can take them down. Who knows? We're fighting them tomorrow. We'll see if we can take them on down. But yeah. Should I go straight to 35 for the Bajoran or go an epic first? I would say go to 35, Burnt Pork. I recommend camping at 35 versus just 34. Yeah. 16 is good. They left nothing for us to raid when we fought them. Well, that's cool. I'm not denying their ability. I'm simply saying that they're awful people because they said that Jean-Luc Picard sucks. And that just makes them terrible people. And sometimes terrible people need a fight. We're taking it to them. Y'all can't tell this is all for fun. So if you're not having fun, why are you playing a video game? Anyway, other questions. Everyone knows the best Star Trek captain was Archer. Clearly a server 16 person is here right now. Ban them from the chat. Get them out of here. Ban those folks. We don't need that negativity in our life. Honestly, he wasn't a bad captain. So. Went to 35 recently. Don't have a 34 epic. You should get a 34 epic. I'm just saying go to 35. Like, I'm just saying, like, you don't have to wait to go to 35 to get the 34. You can get the 34 epic at level 35. Is generally what I recommend newer players go ahead and do. So, That's what I generally point to in the direction of. Yeah. Captain Ransom, best captain. Wow, Ben. Wow. Okay, Ben. Ben over here saying things. He's using words. I will give credit to that. They're using words. Malachi says I'll only have my dynasty tier up, so I am holding at 35. I don't even know what your dice are. So tier those bad boys up. Any new hints? Can't figure out your last 2 clues? Nope. No new hints. I've given out all hints already. Don't have any new to give out. Haven't planned any. Don't have any to give. So, yeah. What happened to the sourcing of Tau? Nothing. Tau's never had open sourcing, and he only ever had that like very brief flash pass sourcing. And they did source him through the flash passes, but that was the only sourcing that was kind of like planned for him. We do need to find a way to get him sourced into the game better than just that. That obviously is not, enough. That's not sufficient. There needs to be better sourcing than that, but it is what it is. Trying to respond to all of our questions we got tonight. Good questions. I did my first Gemidar Solar Armada last night using a Centurion, a Legionary, and the Vidar. It's easier than I thought it'd be. Raj, that is fantastic. Sounds to me like you've got good research and good officers, because that is a nice pull to be using Centurion and a Legionary. Fantastic job. You should be proud of yourself. I'm assuming that was a 35. But if you manage to do that against a 40, dude, you are doing great. You need Tau for freebooters? No, you don't. You just need Strange New World crew. Or you can even use Picard Beverly Cath or Picard Beverly Talon. You don't need Tau for freebooters. You don't need Tau for freebooters. And okay, Raj, that sounds good. Is it especially worth jumping from 39 to 42 for this arc? No, it is not. No, it is arc. In fact, I would actually argue that if you're 39 right now, stay 39 before. I wouldn't level up specifically for this arc. I would, if you're at 39, stay 39 because there might be more for you to do. So like there might be more things for you to catch up on, right? Does that make sense? Take that. I mean, somebody's going to let a hint, I guess. But you might want to sit a little bit. But yeah, just seeing, nobody else signed up to join our merch channel tonight. Remember, every 2 people that sign up tonight, or this week, we're going to give away extra battle pass. So check it out if you haven't already, revdeuce.com. Support the channel. 5-con Gorkon is good for freebooters. That one works as well. Yeah, you can use any combination of critical builds and hull breach to try to find you a little extra oomph. That's a great strategy. What my point was, you don't have to have Tau. You can definitely do things, without Tau and have success without relying on Tau. Was the point I was trying to make. But yeah, some of the crews that everybody's mentioning absolutely can use those. Absolutely can use those. Is there a reason to do more 4-star research if you plan to go to the 50s? Yeah, Scott. Why would you not? The 4-star, especially the efficiency researchers, are very important, and everything adds up at some point. More is more. There could be some researches that you say is pointless and don't want to worry about, like maybe base defense researches, but general ship researches and general efficiency researches absolutely do, even if they are 4-star researches. Yeah, and exactly what it does is this. Tau makes your Mantis grind easier, but he's not like a must-have for every hostile in the game. Sure, can he make some things easier? Yeah. But honestly, if you're doing your Mantis grind with your Strange New World crew, that crew is just as good to make your life easier everywhere. Will there be additional sourcing of Hemmer? Not that I'm aware of. That's how I got my Hemmer, is from the Strange New World sourcing in the Mantis. That's how I got mine. I don't know how everybody else kind of got theirs, but I mean, that was my method and it worked. Like, I have no complaints about it. I'm not saying it's the fastest method, but I would say that the Strange New World method is a pretty quick method. I actually do enjoy it. Like, I give it some credit. I give it some love. So, yeah, absolutely. Just keep pushing. Make sure you're doing it as much as you can. I generally try to do it every 2 days. Best way to get 4-star rare mats. Which mat are you talking about, Scott? And don't forget, scrapping ships is a great way to get a lot of the materials that you may need. Scrapping ships can be a fantastic way to increase the number of those things. All right, so I've got that mining. Let me check my other dailies. I got to go do that grind. Away teams. Let's do our away teams real quick. There we go. Got a screenshot of Hemmer full pull from Mantis. Love that for you. I'm jealous because I've never gotten that, but I love that for you. ABS. I don't have abs. I have FATS, but I do appreciate you calling them out, Pokey. Thank you. What server am I on? The server that you're currently looking at is server 20. I play on several different servers, both on the US and the EU side of things. I don't have a server on APAC, though. I do not have an Asia Pacific server account anymore. I used to. I used to be on 189. But I do not have one any longer. Do not have one any longer. I'm going to go ahead and click all of these. Use Tau with Mantis and board grinding. Completely legit. I don't use them with my board grinding, but I do use them for my Mantis grinding. Still. I still use them for my Mantis grinding. Always be scrapping. Oh, yeah. Well, that makes a lot of sense there, Pokey. It makes a lot of sense. All right, let's go and get these going. This is a big deal for me. I always put a lot of effort into this. 95%. And we're going to go health here. Use this, and almost guaranteed every day I get another extra 2,000 credits. It's real nice. Really nice. I love these rainbow missions. These are some of the things I focus on the most. Charismatic. I'm going to go with Riker. Now, this one's only 75%. I could make it higher, but I haven't yet. We're going to go with Marcus. There's another 2,100. Almost guaranteed. I don't know, Scopely RNG. And then we'll come down here, and we'll do Eurydice. And then come up here to Charming. Oh, you're actually already somewhere, so let's just go Health real quick. There we go. You maxed out all the other Strange War officers in the Man's Refinery, and Hammer's only tier 2. So you've had some really rough RNG, it sounds like. Like your RNG has just been kicking your butt lately, my friend. I'm sorry that the RNG is doing you so dirty. But I have maxed out all my rares, but I've also still been doing pretty good with my Hammer and my Stranger World Pike Shards. Seems like the RNG is kicking your butt. I have not updated Pilot here. I don't have a Warrior handy. I could upgrade them, but I'm not going to right now. And I don't have a Doctor, so let's just do straight attack. There we go. Just got Scrapyard. Should I level them up before scrapping them? Yes, Alex. Before you scrap any ship, you want it to be maximum level. So like if it's tier 9, you want it to be level 45. Before you start that scrapping process to make sure you're getting the most value, the most bang for your proverbial buck. I don't have anything here. Oh, I have Sam Rutherford. And are you... Okay, that's... no, you're fine. All right, so attack and Yuki. Here we go. Just turned Ops 37 and Voyagers at tier 2. Could you say what crew you would use, please? And you don't have Hugh. For what purpose, Dave? Are you hitting the bioships or what? I mean, generally speaking... I would say if you don't have Hugh, 5 of 11, Khan, and then Gorkon/Lorca. Gorkon/Lorca. There you go. And let's see what else we got here. Let's go ahead and drop in one of these. I don't think I have anything available. Oh, I do have Mitchell. We'll shoot Mitchell there. Security. Yeah, I'm not going to upgrade any of those. So just go defense. We're not using you right now, so we'll go ahead and drop that in there. So that's going to finish that daily. Click, click, and then I got to go finish some of these others. And yeah, we're making progress to being done for the day. We're making some progress for being done for the day. As well as answering all y'all's questions. See how I'm doing everything at once? Look at all the multitasking here. It's fantastic. Fantastic job of multitasking. Look at that. All right, real quick, let me go take a look over here. And shout out to Glendoria, by the way. Glendoria is now a sign up to support us monthly on our revdues.com. If we get one more to do it tonight, we'll be giving away another battle pass on top of the ones that we already are. Thank you, Glendoria, for supporting the channel. You are incredible. I don't care what anybody says about you. I think you're freaking awesome. Thank you, Glendoria. Thank you. Except the Franklin or the Devore, they can be level 41. So there's always an exception to any given rule, but generally speaking, follow that advice. Because if you forget it and you think that applies to everybody, well, then you really screw it. You really screw it. Any armadas running right now? No. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and recall that. We've already done this, so we're going to swap this around so we can do our Mantis grind. And I'm going to do that Mantis grind with our Talios. So that means that we need to go grab Tal. So you come down there. You go here. And we got to go find Tal. So scream it on down there. Scream it on down. Come on. All the way down. Find Tal. And then we're going to put Tal up there. There we go. Then we'll swap this around. Use our Talios. And just for giggles, I don't want to use the gas if I don't have to. And I'm definitely not going to use the rares that I don't have to. So we're going to go do it with our Talios. I haven't really done it with the Talios too much, but we're going to go do it with our Talios just because we can. Link to raid record sheet, please. It is in the Discord, James. Join the Discord. Find everything you need in the Discord. Oh, we got to do Anomalous Phenomenon. Y'all almost let me forget about Anomalous Phenomenon. How dare thy? Y'all almost let me forget about Anomalous Phenomenon. Oh my goodness. Make sure you go do it if you haven't already. This is so important, especially if you're level 40 plus, because it results in you getting 92 days worth of speed ups every single week. And that is just really, really important. So definitely, if you haven't already, go do that. Go do that. Grush is amazingly strong. Thank you. It's because I've maxed out Grush, Lesser Man. So that's why Grush has so many stats. Grush is a fantastic stat card. So it's another reason to make sure that you're investing in your Syndicate XP, because Grush is very, very, very good when it comes to stats overall. Pseudo, good to see you, by the way. Another one of our number nerds. We love our number nerds here. So very, very good for your overall numbers. If you haven't already, get you some Grush in your life. And honestly, I use him for my warp range boost for my Voyager as well, which is actually kind of handy. All right, come down here. We're going to start doing our Apex grind. Hitting the Apexes. What's my Mavery like? Don't even have Mavery yet because I'm level 25 in my Syndicate. Don't even have Mavery yet. But Mavery is another good one. You just got to progress down your Syndicate line to get him. And that's why I'm doing this acting grind right now. So I can come down to the Mantis and double pull this instead of single pulling it. Goal is to double pull that every day. You want to double pull your Mantis grind daily if you can. And that's going to greatly increase the amount of Syndicate XP you're getting, as well as you want to go do that Bajoran research / favor, which is going to give you more Syndicate XP, give you 500 Syndicate XP a day. Everything that you can do to level up, you absolutely should, because Syndicate XP is that valuable. I even argue generally that when it comes to spenders, like what should they drop money on in the multi-phasic store, Syndicate XP is generally the best. So yeah, absolutely. That is a fantastic way to just increase the amount of overall value you're getting in the game. So back over here, we're going to get our dailies done here in just a second. If you're like barely 1 million power, could you kill 2.1? Absolutely, Richard. Depending on the ship that you're using, but more importantly, the crews and the research that you have. But short answer is yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've got screenshots of ships beating ships, 7, 8 times their power, let alone 2 times their power. But it comes down to the officers and crews that you're running out with for the most part. That's going to be the critical factor, is the crews that you're coming out with and whatever research you've completed. I use the wordage or the verbiage a lot that ship power is a myth. I'm not saying that ship power doesn't have value or that you shouldn't try to make your ships more powerful. Just that ship power by itself can be a little bit misleading, because the true power of your ships comes from the abilities of the officers and how they magnify, say, the firing pattern of your weapons. So that has a lot more innate value than if you were just doing it based on just, hey, I've made it to 5 million, I'm going to kick butt. How do you get a Talios? A Talios is obtained at level 35. You got to have 2 prerequisites. James, again, if you want the chart, go to the Discord. I'm not linking it here because I'm clearly trying to answer questions. I don't have time to do both. So if you just join the Discord, you have all that information available to you in the charts channel. But just to get back to the Talios, you can be level 35 and have a maxed Vidar, and then a mission will prompt that you can pick up, and that mission will let you get the Talios for free. It's actually a pretty nice way they did it. I hope they do more ships like that in the future, where you can just, once you've reached a certain requirement, you just complete the missions and then get it that way. And the Talios doesn't require any scrapping. So like, you don't have to scrap your Vidar. I still have my Vidar, and I've got so much sentimental attachment to my Vidar. I still use it. In fact, the last time we were streaming on Twitch, which was last night, actually, I was using the Vidar and the Talios at the same time to go OPC hunting, which was a lot of fun. So yeah, you get to keep your Talio, or you get to keep your Vidar, you get your Talios out, and it's a really, really good ship. At the moment, it is the strongest special ship late game too. You get into the 50s at tier 12. Talios is 220, 230 million in power, and that's just really, really strong, right? That is just stupid strong, which is cool. Yeah, stupid strong. And Raj, that mission will be in the holodeck. What's the fastest way to source road credits? Take out the Eclipse traders is so slow. The road credit is going to be through the turn-in the faction store. Actually, I think I already redeemed it, but you're talking about getting like these right here. Keys. Go get keys and then turn those keys in for road credits right there. That's going to be your main way. And then you have this exchange height loose, which will also give you a much bigger number. So doing the armadas as well as doing the actual hostile grind, how you're going to increase that number and get more and more of those. Let's see if I can find another Apex here. We'll go over to this one. There we go. And my Talios, while I can't do much more than my Vidar or than my Pylum, my Talios does bring in more Apex than my Pylum finally, now that it's working into its tier 8 stage. And once I get it even higher, one good thing about some of the higher levels is the Talios can really start getting some good numbers for that. All right, so we're going to go back to our refinery now, and we can double pull that Mantis. Bling, bling. Yay. And I'm also going to go ahead and pull this because I need to level up my Mantis. I've been really bad about not leveling the Mantis. So, been really, really bad about not leveling my Mantis, y'all. Bloop. Speed up. And start the repair on that. And we'll finish our anomalous phenomenon. We're moving, y'all. We're doing good. How do you combat isolic damage from other players? Running. Running away like brave Sir Robin. There are some artifacts that affect isolitic defense. So you can run certain formation armadas to get those artifacts. And the better you get with those artifacts, the better impact you can kind of have. That gives a form of isolitic mitigation, essentially. But you just got to go in and unlock some of those artifacts. And thank you for the reminder, by the way, because I got to do these turn-ins. I'm going to do a double turn-in here, cross my fingers, and I got 3 Harry Kim, because why did I even bother thinking that was going to be positive? And then we'll come in here and do a double pull on this, which should give me 160. Let's see if I unlocked any artifacts. Oh, I got 2. Oh, dual generators is getting upgraded. Speaking of isolitic defense, so there's going to give me a little boost in my isolitic defense. And then we've got hull health to battleships. That's going to go ahead and make my Katinga all the more beefier. Love it. And also would have helped out my Gilded Pickle, the Monavine, as well. So there you go. Brave Birds. Hey, James, I'm glad somebody catches my movie references. Not everybody does, so I'm glad somebody did. Having more isolic damage than the other guys is usually the best method. Yeah, Brett puts it the best way. And when the mathematicians were creating isolitic and Carol Freeman and stuff, they clearly were enjoying some good piratey ale, because some of their math ain't that it. But just because this makes me laugh, it reminds me, one last reminder, remember, if you sign up, for every 2 signups we get here on our membership, we're going to give away battle passes this month. So we're trying to give away more battle passes than Scopely would allow us. Scopely says, content creators, you're going to give away 5. And we say, don't tell us what to do. So both me and DJ are trying to give away more than that. So for every 2 people that sign up to support us monthly, we're going to give away an extra battle pass. And if y'all haven't seen it yet, the greatest thing out in the world right now for your upcoming holiday season, whether it be Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas, the Ugly Pirate sweater. You can't hunt OPC without it. Triax, thank you so much. You can't hunt OPC without it. Get it while it lasts. It makes me laugh. And because we talked about the eggnog, it made me think of the devs. But I wish the devs were wearing that sweater. That'd be really cool. It'd be really cool if they were wearing the sweater while they were doing the work that I then critique on my YouTube channel. All right, go ahead and collect all these and then finally finish the dailies. Yes, I have completed lay dailies. I have completed, and there's my Syndicate XP. I've completed lay dailies, but we still need to kill a few more of these. All right, here we go. Just black alert and summon a ship. See, buddy, I don't like doing that, though. I want to be as efficient as possible with my summoning juice, which means if I don't have to waste it, I'm not going to waste it, so I'll go hit them. And people bring this up every Sunday, and I explain every Sunday, I don't want to waste juice. I want to do it the hard way, specifically so I'm being as efficient as possible with my juice. And every Sunday, somebody comes in and says, hey, Rev, you know you can just do this. No offense. Don't you think that having, 1, play this game 5 years, 2, biggest content creator for the game, 3, I know. It's a flaw in me, man. It's a problem with me. I want to be so hyper efficient on some things that I'm not going to take the easy route. I'm going to sit there and slowly grind it out. Slowly grind it out. It is a problem with me mentally. I have problems. So it's not your fault, buddy. It's my fault, and I acknowledge it. It's my fault. Do an ugly sweater. What do you mean, Triax? That literally, this isn't ugly enough for you? This isn't ugly enough? I thought this was plenty ugly. Are you saying this isn't ugly? I thought this was plenty ugly. Congratulations, Cayman, by the way, on your M score. You're doing fantastic. This isn't ugly enough? Triax. Just hit browse. So it's not on the front page. Just hit browse. Browse now, right here. It's the first pick. It's this one, and then you got the t-shirt and the mug that say DJ says Rev was right. This is from last month where DJ admitted I was right about how bad everything was going to be with Carol Freeman. But yeah, it's just hit browse all. It is live right now. You can go get one yourself if you really want it. It is made to be so ugly it's beautiful. It's your ugly pirate sweater. I plan on getting me one. It's not as ugly as me, so it could be worse. Burnt pork, I think you look amazing. Unless you actually look like burnt pork, which then means it looks like bacon. So you might be ugly, but that also means you're tasty. That would win ugly sweater in my circles. Sounds like you need to grab it, Kay, because everybody wants to be a winner here. And who wants to be a loser? Like, who just wakes up and says, I want to be a loser? Get it. Get your ugly pirate sweater. Absolutely. It's Blackbeard approved and Rev Beard approved, which is Red Beard. Rev Beard, Red Beard. You get it? It's a lame dad joke. Don't worry about it. It's late. It's nighttime. I've been dealing with everything all day. I love y'all. As an expert pirate, what does Rev Deuce think is at the bottom of the Oak Island? I have no idea what you're talking about, but I do know that I hunt OPC in token space. Does that count? Does that count? Being loser is great, no responsibilities. Well, I'm giving you a responsibility to stop being a loser. Now you have a responsibility, Ryan. Congratulations. You're welcome. I'm helping you be a better you. Look at me helping you be a better you. You didn't even know what was going to happen when you got here. So, am I doing the bells in the background? There is your Taco Bells, but I actually already completed my Taco Bells for the day. Already completed my Taco Bells for the day. Let's see. What else do we have to do? I should be done with Anomalous Phenomenon. Yeah, Hostile Hunt is done. Anomalous Phenomenon is done. Domination. I hate Domination. Domination is so stupid. So stupid. Well, we can level up some officers to finish Domination. Let's go ahead and recall that. And let's recall this. And let's repair. And we're going to upgrade some officers for Domination. Hey, Ben, how you doing? You maybe want to be a better man? Well, good. We should all want to try to make each other be better. Men, women, children, cats, dogs, all of us should try to be better. All right. What do we want to level up today? What do we want to level up today? Not our Badgie. Badgie, I'm not wasting faction credits on you. I'm sorry. I love you, but I'm not wasting faction. Ooh, Hugh is a good choice. Hugh is a good one. That's a good one to upgrade. Yeah, that we're going with that. We're going with a Hugh upgrade. We're going to upgrade some Hugh. There we go. I completely forgot he was sitting there ready for an upgrade. So we'll take that bad boy up there. Thank you, Hugh, for getting bigger, better, badder, stronger. Who else around here we got laying around ready for I don't want to spend faction credits on you, Sela. You're useless. Who do I have that I can upgrade that doesn't cost me faction credits? I don't want to spend faction credits right now. I'm saving for the future. Severus. You can go a couple levels. Spin on the XSLB officers or pass. It's up to you. Do you want them? Do you want the XSLB officers? Let me see. Did this finish? Nope. I'll have to figure out another way to finish it because I don't really want to spend officer credits. I guess I could speed up some research. But anyway, XSLB, since you mentioned it, these are not bad officers at all. Incursion coins also valuable. I'm broke. I can't afford to buy anything. So I can't afford to do that. Yes, there is a bored crystal miner. There absolutely is. Absolutely is. All right, y'all. It is Sunday night, and it's a little bit late. I do love and appreciate y'all, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for the night so we can get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a big day with Incursions, and I'm pulling an all-nighter tomorrow night to get ready for Tuesday, which is going to be a really, really big month. I can't wait to see if y'all love what's coming in Tuesday. There's so many things that are being updated and done. Ooh, I shouldn't have used the word updated. There's so many things happening Tuesday, starting Tuesday, I think that are good for the players, whether you're a spender or free to play. So I'm hoping this is a good month. Hopefully y'all agree. We'll see once we get there and when y'all see my notes video that'll drop Tuesday morning. But I appreciate y'all so much. Live long and plunder. Stay safe for their Space Cowboys. Deuces. That's me. Catch you on the next one. And I'm wrapping it up and I'm out.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.